Welcome back. Welcome back to Pathologic. And thus, our sordid play at last has its beginning. Welcome to what will be a world of pain. A world of destruction and death. We've picked up what loot we can, including a name for when a person is done with their name, they discard it.
Самое худшее еще впереди.
You hit hard for a hunchback, but oh boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're gonna be in serious trouble. Hunchback, kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle that bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. You don't need to lecture me, boy. I'm a surgeon. Oh, I saw that. You're sure good at cutting up people. All reflexes. A slicer, dicer. Yes, I am good at cutting people. Do you have anything I can use to stop this bleeding? Here you go. A tourniquet. Used to be my leash, but seems like you need it more. Thanks. You're a nice kid. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing, pow, blam. 3 guys dead. This ain't the right way. Yeah, we do things around here. Yeah? What's the right way, then? Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit him 3 times max. Send him running and let him run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you. Jeez. I'll, keep that in mind. The one with the knife was Kirk. Leather worker. I'm not gonna cry for him. That guy was nuts. Was this an ambush? How long were they waiting for me? They weren't waiting for you. I think you were an accident. Who was the real target? I don't know. Rumors going around that someone else got murdered tonight. Guess I should sniff around and find out. Who knows? Maybe it's true. Hope it isn't. Haven't seen enough blood for one day. Someone important was murdered tonight. In his letter further wrote that he will face a difficult trial. Or did he write we? I don't remember. A dog-eared kid at the station, but what is anyone doing here? What is going on? And why must these birds, these crows, gather before me? Well, Burdak, you're nearly dead. I've got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. Can't do much on short notice. You've been bashed on the head several times, and the locals' fists are heavy. And one of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss too, and the local climate is unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart conditions? My heart's too soft. Your health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days? And you didn't sleep last night? Did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are critical, too. I wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you first. So, what is your plan? Any good advice? Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Where would I get bandages? A drugstore, Burdak. You've been studying surgery for 6 years and just finding this out now? But it's not just about the wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's not always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. I'll figure it out. What next? Next you die anyway, because the whole town will soon have it out for you. And it's got nothing to do with the 3 poor souls you've just done in. Great. Why do they hate me? My colleague over there can explain it better. That's his role. Mine is teaching you how your body works, so you don't die before you make it home. Fair enough. Forewarned, forearmed. Persistent, huh? Good. Maybe you'll survive even a day or 2 this way. Have you got a bite? Birdseed is fine. Food is sold in shops, though your reputation might prevent you from a warm welcome. But there's a meat warehouse nearby that was conveniently broken into recently. The perpetrators walked down the railroad tracks. They're ahead and to the right. Think you can catch up to them? Yeah, the railroad track that goes through the warehouse is just a stone's throw away. Godspeed, Burdak, though I doubt it will be easy, God's present or not. Any useful advice, then? Be careful. Be stealthy. People are scared out of their minds now and quick to attack. Trust no one. Speak to my esteemed colleague over there. He wants a word with you. All right. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away a while. You probably don't even remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? No clue. The whole town is looking for a murderer. Very important and respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved him better than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them. Should I feel bad for them? Say sorry, maybe? Maybe you should. Your father would. A brilliant doctor, far better than others. Oh, so we're colleagues now. I'm more of a manager, really, but I'm in the field, and we've done a lot of business with your father. Well, father and I practice unlike you, so don't pigeonhole us together. Indeed. Old Isidore Burdock is the exemplar of a true doctor, and a true human being, if a miserable one. Do you honor your father? He's the reason I returned. He summoned me with a letter. Said there was a threat. Do you know anything about it? Nothing's a threat to him anymore, trust me. Maybe dishonor, but that's unlikely. You're a man of obligation, after all, aren't you? Runs in the family, why? Whatever, that bit's not important. Time is short. Oh, by the way, Barak, time is important. Be careful how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. I know, a few more minutes, your colleague already told me. Well, a little more. I intend to live to 80, no less. We're a long-lived family. You got less than 2 weeks, Barak. 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist. So use your time well, and hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father's waiting. Should hurry home, that's true. That's why I returned to the town, after all. Be quiet. He must not hear your voice. Lean close. He speaks only in lies and wants you dead. I'll be damned. Does everyone want me dead? Do not go home, Barak. Stay clear of home. In town you have some friends yet, do you not? Yes, 3 of them. We were inseparable when we were kids. Town is yours, Barak. May you soon find how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink through its pores, learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me should I tell you more than I can. Shut your eyes and hide under the covers then, so no one can hurt you. And so our play begins. I apologize as well that I have turned on the Russian spoken language, but with English subtitles, because subs over dubs, y'all. Well, that'll fix our thirst at least a little. She must be offended or ashamed. She's free to go, we told her, but she refuses. I'll have you know we were respectful. We only checked her legs. It's mandatory. She has normal human legs, so free to go now. Yep, there she stands. You checked her legs, what for? Neither clay nor bone. She's a normal living girl, not a shabnak. And so she's free to go, yet she doesn't. She must be offended. The steppe people have odd morals. They don't fear death, they refuse to cut a body, and are ashamed of strange things. What shabnak? A shabnak? Creature of steppe legends. They say Earth disgorges it, and then it steals a woman's form and goes around murdering folk. It's all silly, of course, but we have an order to check. So we do. Who ordered this? We're Sabarov's people. Each of us 3 houses assigned someone to look for the monster. The Olgimskis, the Kanes, of course, and obviously the Sabarovs, the latter being us. And who might you be, good sir? I'm Isidore Burdak's son. I've returned home after 6 years. Ah, send my regards to your father, a most respectable man. He dragged my daughter from beyond the grave, and we almost gave up on her. You tell him that. Tell him that Peter the Nightjar sends his fondest regards. Will you stop hovering over the girl? You won't comfort her. You're only making it worse. Just go. This town is set in the Russian steppe, the Asian or Asiatic part of Russia. We're not really near Moscow. We're probably closer to Kazakhstan, or maybe further. This is a multicultural area. At last, a crowd now gathers round my act. Sit down like that, now watch. Death by starvation. Too busy. But speaking of starvation, have you got any food at all? I cut a man open for some dry old toast. So the good sir fancies a slice? I'll have one. Shan't last. In half an hour's time, my act resumes. Come see. Death by starvation, lads and lasses. That's okay. I'll just find another freak with toast. Wrong. You should look for freaks that trade in trash. Perhaps home-owning freaks too foolish to see you rummage through their paltry things. They respect other people's property. That's so. Then our good audience shall their eyes soon feast upon our play. Death by starvation. Barak, can you now feel their hungry stares? Fair enough. I think I'll just go. Thanks for the toast, weirdo. Would you look at that? What's going on there? That's where the bodies are taken. What bodies? Of today's victims. Accidental victims. What do you mean? The autumn's foul this year. People have gone mad. That's what I mean. I don't understand. How many familiar sights shall we watch? So that's the nightmare I had. Can you imagine? Just before I woke up, I told him, "Be on your way then, Khayala. People don't kill people." What do you want, old man? What are you doing here? What do you mean? We've never seen a dead person before. Have you? Yes. Be on your way then, Khayala. Why poke your nose around? You be on your way, mutts. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears, most of one nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears were switched, would that be right? If noses and mouths were switched, what would be fixed? Nothing. Everything's fine the way it is. And that is perhaps the theme of Berak's story. The traditions should continue. So relieved they brought fresh water from the springs, otherwise we'd have to drink from the Gorkon. Have you lost it? You see the abattoir over there? Guess where all its waste gets dumped. You have no sense of humour, Tank. Who'd drink from the Gorkon? Even blood would be better. So, fresh spring water is good news, but I wonder how long it will last. What about water bearers? Have they enough more? Vlad the Younger manages the water bearers now, but he's a simpleton. I've even heard rumours he might be digging a well. Surely false, of course. Even someone completely incompetent wouldn't dig a well. Indeed, I doubt anyone in this town would be that reckless. Perhaps we should remember that this town is full of superstitions. So, are they all finished over by the stake? Trial complete? What trial? Did you hit your head somewhere, big guy? Or are you just stupid? They caught a man-eater at the Bone Stake lot, a clay demon from the steppe. Look, I don't have time to catch some random idiot. Wait, where's that lot? What an idiot. I'd say you're an outsider, but you're dressed like a factory worker. Is that where you hit your head? The lot's in the Skinners. Got it, maybe I'll take a look. That's the lot. We're on our way. Hey, Nuchern. Bechara, you are a good man. Buy my bull. By Allah, Nuchern. How much do you want for it? It's as good as free. 300. Cheap indeed. Is it stolen? You offend me, Khatangar. Not stolen. It's just that money is needed more than bulls these days. How come? Prices will rise 2 times tomorrow. 4 times the day after that. Suach knows what will happen 2 days after tomorrow. I need to stock up today. By Allah to you for this news, Khatangar. I won't buy your bull. I'd rather spend my money on other things today. Take him for 200. It's a good bull. Bikhara, it'll be useful to you. I don't have a place to keep it. Pay me now and I'll bring it to your place later. There'll come a day when you'll be grateful to me. That was funny, Khayala. Go sell your bull to Big Vlad. He's a lot of money. Shiyundir Shebi, why are you back? Or do you have the money? I just want to take one more look at the talking bull. Yeah, I do not have the money. Well, that's unusual. Always fill up your water bottles as soon as you can. First rule of being a tourist in a hot place. Whoa. What is happening here? Everyone calm down, no more mob justice. The fuck do you want? Everything's dealt with over here, no more blood. What is dealt with? The murderers. It wasn't them, and if it was, it's up for the judge to decide. You one of the crazies who can't keep their fists in check? calm down. What do they do? Blade vigilantes, attack people. I have no idea what's got into them, losing any semblance of humanity. Who screamed murder in the morning? Who rumour-mongered about the clay golem shaped like a woman? Who started murdering people with no due process? I don't know. Absurdity. How could it happen? How could anyone call themselves human after that? God. Go, calm down and be on your way. I have nothing to do with any of this. Murderer walks the streets, human or Shabnak, who knows, but our kids are outside too. They won't stay home no matter what we tell them. So what? Fate will get you anywhere. Fate. Why do I care if it's fate or not that illness befalls me? Who said each person only has one single fate? I didn't. Perhaps we have several. Everything's terrible. It all started with that awful tower. There's nothing we can do now. Kids do whatever they damn well please. I can't say anything to them. I mean that. I try and the words, they just stick in your throat. They've become complete strangers to us. But what about common blood, I ask you? What about paternal love? Sure, there's nothing to be... What does this have to do with the tower? Hard to explain. The tower crushes us. Try to speak a word against it, and it's as if an invisible blade slices your vocal cords. It did something to our kids. Like they're crossing a river over thin ice and you can't follow, only call after them. Do you know who built it? The Canes, of course. Let the fires of hell take them. Who else? If only the Sabarovs ruled this town by themselves, it'd be such a nice place. Don't worry about the kids. They're smarter than us. What can I give? I'll do. Trading is always a good idea. Always get yourself a good bargain if you can. And so our strange friend. If you see a man run, the men are angry today. They kill the likes of you and I. You think we have anything? You think we've got anything in common, Adong? We're not human. We're different. You're a worm, true, but I'm human, all right. You look like a murderer. Do not delve into the town's flesh if you want to live. Keep to the outskirts. There's less people there. Thanks, worm. My mother Bodo, keep your footprints warm. The Odong are a strange creatures. We'll learn more about them later. For now, it's perhaps time to visit our father's house. There. Locked shut. Won't let anyone in. Not that I object. There must be order, and so it was ordered. What are you all waiting for? Me? So you're Burak's son, then? The one who left town so long ago? You missed him by hours. I guess it wasn't in the cards. Couldn't you have gotten here, say, yesterday? Everything would be different then, and he waited for you so eagerly. I know, I got here as fast as I could, so where's my father? I guess your best wasn't good enough. What do you mean? Well, Burak is dead. Dead? Dead. No one knows how. Rumour has it he was murdered. A load of bull. He was like a father to all of us. Who would kill him? I don't buy it. Neither do I. The crowd's gone mad, like frightened children, so eager to catch someone, anyone, and no idea who. Some say it was an outsider, others a Shabnak. When it hits home, people are quick to drag the clay wench from the depths of their memory. Why an outsider? Who else? And a Shabnak? Honestly, you're hardly better than a pack of children. A Shabnak Adir, a thing of steppe legends. I don't recall what it is. The earth is living. In the wake of great change, wrath, pain, fear, anxiety, all these grow in its belly, until one day it disgorges a creature of clay and dead bones. It often looks like a woman. The longer it walks among us, the more it looks like a living person. And you think a Shabnak killed my father? Well, maybe the killer was a Shabnak. Who else? A person couldn't have done it. You think so? Isidore was a man. Men must not kill men, and so men do not kill men. At least, not in this town, they don't. Obviously, they do now. Oh, but of course he wasn't killed. People are mad with grief, so they parrot nonsense. Sabarov, he's only too happy to prey on these rumours. He'll dig his claws deep into this case to flaunt his value. You mark my words. Domineering leader, then? Tell me about it. Obviously, it isn't murder, but he's given the order to seize anyone who might be even remotely suspicious. If I were you, I wouldn't go to Sabarov. Although, he did take the key, and you probably want to pay your last respects to your father. He was taken by Sabarov's men. Where? No clue. People used to bring the dead to your father. You know, a doctor. Well, we live now. I have no idea. Unbelievable. The war, the train delayed. Oh, what a terrible year. Do you even have a place to stay now? Yes, I have friends in town. 3 at least. They should help me. Do you think they'll remember you? It's been 6 years after all. Well, maybe not all of them, but someone has to, right? Where shall we go? Talking pet, deal of the year. Healthy Bull. 3 friends, though. Lara Ravel, Gregory Fillin, and Ruben. We will revisit them all in turn. But perhaps we should observe. Oh, the rats. The rats are here. Perhaps we should... How? Why? Oh, curse this air, this mind-numbing odour. What do we do now? Did you do this? No, it was a twire-addled mob. The stuff is in bloom and people get crazed. But never before was it this bad. Why, a step girl? Old wives' tales. They claim a golem sometimes emerges from the ground. It looks like a woman, but it's all earth, clay, rock, and marrow. And the story has legs of bone and this uncanny way of walking. And the brides, you know, they have a special walk too. Not a walk, a dance. In the morning, people screamed about a step abomination. They left no footprints and had bones for legs. But now look, it's only a girl. A step girl, sure, but alive. Well, Bones, can't you plainly see that this is a normal girl? Don't you know how it goes? Get her, one screams, and the rest of the crowd just joins without hesitation. Especially in the night, especially with their minds intoxicated. Not everyone can think for themselves, it's easier just to do as you're told. Do people scream things like that often around here? Have you been listening, lad? I'm telling you, this is the first time. The world must be coming to an end. Indeed. Sharp-necked always steals the form of a woman, but that's mere illusion broken the moment it starts to run. That's when you notice the legs made of bone or clay. Leaves no trace behind. When it runs, the illusion dissolves, like a smell carried away on the wind. You're chasing step demons, eh? Little seasonal lapse of sanity? You must be an outsider. If you'd live here as long as I have, you'd sing a different tune. Here the earth is alive. It bears more than just crops. Sometimes it spits out a horror so unfathomable, you spend a whole night sleeping in fits and starts. Clay and bones cultivate a beast. People don't kill other people around here. Only a shabnak would do that. But I am a local. One and two, step has gotten into you. Who breathes air upon the fall dies before he sees it all. Nice poem. You write that yourself? If only, I'll never be that good. When do you last sleep? The circles around your eyes, the wheezing, just observing facts. You're an outsider. I'm a local. I've been away for a while. Mom says that while twire, chickenpox, crowberry, swish, and joy all bloom, you have to sleep every 5 hours or your head'll explode. No explosions, but our brains do get less oxygen in the fall around here. Huh? You a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mom says all doctors are slackers and frauds, even old Burdak. I'm a surgeon. You ever consider having your tongue removed? Perhaps it is good to trade for food. I'll get more to trade. Hey, big fella. On your way here, did you hear anything? Like a train? What train? Oh, an outsider. So, we send meat and skins to the outside world, and they send a big old train of provisions, and mostly stuff that we can't make. Dad says it's like living out at sea on a faraway island. Does your dad work at the factory, the skinnery, or the cannery? Well, no, my dad's a postman. If he worked at the factory, I wouldn't be here at all. His mum would have had an abortion. Aren't you, like, 5? A little too young to talk about this kind of stuff. Why? She says it herself when she sees Uncle Bertie. You walk around... sure, the life of a factory worker isn't exactly blessed. Train's already 2 weeks late. We might well starve soon. Like, we've almost run out of sweets. Uta bartered away all our buttons for a lump of sugar yesterday. It's unbelievable. 2 weeks? That is a long time, actually. Don't have enough to trade. But Don't worry, I will get more. Ah. Round a little further. We'll get to the boneyard. Broken scissors are of no use here. What? Couldn't expect me patricide, could they? Of course not. Impossible. But of course, we know where this is going, don't we? Crazed people. Not exactly making logical or rational decisions, jumping on whatever bandwagon they think is going to save them, even if that means hurting someone. Images of what happened before, but now just a smoking pillar remains. I screamed, the poor thing. It must have hurt terribly. Could she be a person? Clay doesn't scream. Who was that? Who was burned? Hell if I know. I think it was a clay wench, the old one who killed the old man. But I guess it wasn't. Oh, poor sinners. They're crazy. And so the play begins with murder, death, and a distinct lack of peace in what once would have been a peaceful town. Let's find our friends, shall we? Ruben's probably the best bet that we have. Could Father being killed by the very thing that made him summon me here so urgently? I mean, I guess it is possible. This, by the way, friends. Oh, shit. So you're old Burrock's son? Yes. I've got bad news. Could it get any worse? Someone sharing a feature spilled blood. Became known. People want revenge. They say whoever murdered the 3 men at the station today is also responsible for Simon Kane's death. And what else are they responsible for? What else? You won't like it. Townsfolk realise murder's no longer taboo. People sense that they can now kill others. First they look for a Shabnak Adik and killed several women. Then they went after the steppe creatures, the Adongs. They're frightened. They turn to animals. So they seek to punish murder by turning to murder themselves. It's like a craze. It's September, you know. Steppe herbs are in bloom. Yeah, right. Of course the herbs are to blame. You actually have nothing to do with it, I know. I'm a ferryman. Well, almost. Actually, I'm a train driver, but I know you were on my train. I wasn't alone, by the way. But you were. We drivers can feel the living weight. There was only one human being on that train. It was you. Odd. Townsfolk aren't too fond of ferrymen and drivers. So, he will help you. Go to a key, show your face to a worm. He'll take you wherever you need to go for a fingernail. Show your face to a man and he'll help you out with equipment. Thank you. People think I spilled blood last night. This rumor will spread in no time. This is the termitary, the great lockup where all the factory workers live. And they have no freedom. Do you still have a name? What do you mean still? Will remain with me even as I die. Father threw his out. He's faceless now. Makes me kind of sad. Why did he do that? Guess he did something bad. I wonder what. Don't think knowing would do you any good. But I'm curious. I'd hate to lose my name. Same here. Another scrap name to add to our inventory. But perhaps not enough to trade for, alas. Little rats. Which one's Ruben's house? Yes. Right. A friend might help me. Emphasis on might. Not a good thing. Well. Well, one thing is clear. You are a very, very lucky man. Which means you need to take care of yourself. You're also careless, Vorach. It's, Artemiy Vorach, right? Burach. Artemiy Burach. Apologies. Oh, and may I ask, is it true that your actions have already resulted in 4 deaths? 3. That's what I thought. And who the hell are you, buddy? Daniel Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine, at your service. But before we speak any further, I'd like to clarify a rather crucial thing. Just how highly do you hold your sense of duty? Too highly, clearly, since it brought me back to this wretched town. Why do you ask? Well, from this point on, you owe me. I just saved you from a rather grisly fate. I don't remember seeing a rescue team. Your Reuben has utterly murderous intents. Isidore meant quite a lot to him. Your father was his mentor. Reuben even considers himself old Burach's true son, unlike you. Anyway, he thinks you're to blame for your father's death. What a load of... I managed to convince him that you didn't actually kill Isidore. Well, not empirically. But I'm under the impression that, in Reuben's mind, you still caused your father's death. You did, after all, take your sweet time getting him, whilst Isidore was counting on your help. Is that true? Trying to guilt trip me, huh? That's clever. What a learned man you are. Look, you have my condolences, Vorach, but since we've established that you owe me, let me explain how you'll repay your debt. Things are about to get a little tense, and I need only one thing. Just do exactly as I tell you. You're a doctor, right? We haven't established I owe you anything, buddy. Qui habitores audirat, as the saying goes. Amatat chonzon, as the local gun goes. Sorry, I mispronounced a bit there. Allow me to sum up. Reuben told me he's the only decent doctor in town, but you're a competent surgeon. I need you alive, healthy, and quiet, close at hand. Spare me any wild improvisations. I'll be the one handling the situation. Medicum morbo adhibere. How about you just shut up? I'll deal with Reuben myself. No middleman required. Where is he? Gone to carry out my orders. From now on, your Reuben does what I tell him to do. He entered my service of his own accord. I suggest that you do the same. It will help everyone. Stubbornness is my guiding star, second only to my sense of duty. I suggest that you put your high intelligence to good use and get out of my way, bachelor. An out-of-town dandy informed me that Stack considers me a patricide. Madness. Well, if they already don't like me, might as well take what we can, right? Almost enough to buy the bull. Almost. So, I will try and do this game with a minimal amount of save scumming. Well, I mean, you cannot save scum in this game, but I'll try to be honest with my mistakes. I'm sure that I'll make a lot of them. Ah, shit. Things are going a lot worse, a lot quicker than I wanted them to. But we do have cash, so that's good. Save again before we leave. So, is the asshole still in there? The one with the carpet bag? Yeah, he's in there. I hereby grant you every right to throw something at him if you so desire. But where's Dr. Reuben? We need a doctor. Reuben isn't here, kids. We got 0 Reubens left in stock. It's been a disaster. Halma, Duke, and Wolfling are all poisoned. Where are they? In a warehouse with little flags. Go down the railroad and to the left. You'll see it. Lead the way. I can't. We need to go to a drugstore and find Bones and Whistle and a shovel. I'm not going to bite our heads off. You find the place on your own. It's easy. Bones and a Whistle are your cure for poison? Good luck with that. You're the man everyone's after, right? You look like the description. What's the description? You know, big, fat, dangerous, with bulgy eyes, a weird leg, scary mug, and a stupid look on his face. Must be you. Thanks, kid. Used to know what I look like now. Really? Oh, whatever. It's good we found you. We need help. What for? We need you to hold a trial for a murderer, and we can't do it without you. Will you help? What? You've called it murderer? Or was it the murderer? It's kind of hard to say. So will you come? Well, if you're telling the truth, I'm in luck. The courthouse is a warehouse, the one with little flags. Hurry up, they're starting soon. The warehouse with little flags. Huh, I remember. Seems like you kids took over our old place. Well, I might see if I can just quickly buy that bowl. It will become important, I'm sure. And then we'll go to the warehouse. Actually, maybe we'll not. I don't think we can afford to, actually, just yet. Yeah. We'll go that way later. Or we'll go that way as soon as we can. I'll keep some money left in stock. The bowl is important. The ferrymen are also important. They will help me a lot, but I need to have boat tokens to talk to them. Oh, my brothers in spirits. Behold a man, head higher than the sky. Behold a creature of well-earned pride. Dare I trouble you, good sir, with trivial talk? Great, a poet. Go ahead, I'm listening. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that must be borne. Oh, friend, if I could only quench my thirst, I'd give it heaven and earth for a sip of cold water. Drink from the river, then. Only brute beasts drink from the river. Us proud men deserve spring water. It is brought here by barrels, but they're often too empty. I would get in there, but I've no bottles. I'd drink from a fountain, but I might faint first. The air is too heady. Yeah, right. I didn't come halfway across the country to get you a drink from a barrel. You're in luck. Have some of mine. He will trade me a tourniquet for some bottles of water, but I have no particular desire to give away my bottles of water just yet. We'll need them. In fact, we'll need all of this as time goes by. Ah, fuck. We believe you didn't kill our patriarch. We'll transport you along the Gullet and the Guzzle, the tributaries of the Gorkon, our kind river. But it will still cost you fingernails. There's no other way. What about toenails? We've heard this joke too many times. It was never funny. Sure, sorry. The Gorkon is a kind river, but its water is not for humans. You can't drink from the Gorkon. You ought not to walk in it either. We traverse its edge. It's frightening. We need fingernails so that we can always return. See? So you can travel by boat if you have a correct boat token. A fingernail. You're being hunted. You'll need a weapon. Yeah, I could use one. Just so happens that no one carries firearms around these parts. It's a peaceful town. Peaceful my ass. And it just so happens that I have a revolver, but I can't give it away for free. For a reasonable price, though. Where'd you get it? A storekeeper has his way of finding curios. He orders them from the big world to be delivered by train, on Big Vlad's behalf. It's alright. The master can take it. Who is this brave storekeeper? Forget it. So are you interested in the deal? How much for the revolver? 3,000. Are you nuts? I don't have that kind of money. I can wait for 2 days. If you don't take it by then, I'll do business with someone else. My circumstances are humble. As for the money, you'll have no trouble getting it. Isidore must have left you with inheritance. It's hard to talk about it now, I understand, but business is business. Drop it. I didn't come here for inheritance. I wanted to see my father. Secondly, Isidore must have taught you how to hear and pick medicinal herbs. They're in bloom now. And merchants in the Broken Heart would give you a decent price for them. Fine. I'll be back tomorrow, or perhaps even today. So, we have an option to buy a gun. You hear that great grunting? That great grunting is the moans of perhaps the largest bull. The bull that is the world. The rivers here are but veins upon the bull's throat. But they are not safe to walk into. I mean, the real reason is because there's a giant abattoir and it dumps all its waste products and effluent into the river. But perhaps superstition and reality are not that far divorced. Trust me, I'll need all of this stuff to trade. Even though I'm a doctor, I still need to rake bins. Am I talking about the game or am I talking about my NHS pay? Who knows? Look, see everyone, the doctor is here. Why do you think I'm a doctor? We've been looking for a doctor since morning. What other reason would a grown-up have for coming in here? Tell me about your problem. You're too late. They died. Why didn't you come sooner? What kind of doctor are you? 3 kids are dead and no one gives a damn? Not kids, worse. Those were our dogs. Alma, Wolfling, and Duke. Who poisoned them? Somebody evil. Notkin's planning on holding a trial. He wanted you to be there too. Oh well, at least I made it in time for the trial. Not all is lost. That traitor Licker saw you this morning, by the way. How you got off the train and beat those thugs to a pulp. Huh. So I have a living, breathing witness. Not for long. He's doomed. Yeah, how come? He killed Duke, Wolfling, and Alma. Notkin will punish him for that. Don't you need to make sure he's the real culprit first? I'm speaking from experience here. Yeah, fuck. Knives, scissors, blades, razors, anything sharp. If you got a sharp axe, I'm interested. How about sharp wit? Can cut deeper than a knife. Those items are what I barter for, and we need them. What would you give me for sharp objects? Lock-picking shifts. If you're handy with locks, you can open 3 or 4 doors with one. Brand new. And needles. Good for smaller locks, like locker locks. So you trade needles for knives? Strange. So you aren't a local. We aren't allowed razors. If they catch us, we'll be grounded for like a year. Might even get spanked. Nice try with the bullshit, but I'm not buying it. Razors aren't the only forbidden sharp objects, so where'd you get all those pins? Did you break into a tailor's shop? Sure. Train full of needles derail outside my window. You happy now? Why do you care? We bought you because we don't need pins anymore. We've outgrown them. You're all grown up, aren't you? Now listen up, kid. Only butchers are allowed cutting tools in this town. You got it? Are you a butcher? By birth. I'm a surgeon. It's like a butcher but with a sharpened knife. But he can give me things. He can give me immunity boosters, morphine, fish hooks, spring, metal scrap. Ooh, that actually might be handy. And I want morphine. Good. A good trade. Thank you for actually coming. You're so brave. Look, we all made a gift for you to welcome you here. See, it's bread. Please don't frown. It's all we can spare. We need to eat too. There's a lot of mouths to feed here. Why are you doing this? Sorry it's so stale. And drink the milk fast because it'll go bad soon. But the water is fresh from a ravine. So your kids are all hungry too? Well, yeah, we're on our own after all. Alright, thanks for the gift, kids. It sure is timely. I am not going to refuse a gift. Perhaps I should, but I'm not going to. Milk and toast. Good breakfast. Ooh. Always trade what you can. Well, time to save the game.
Куда эти черти запропастились?
You're here. Good. The trial can begin. But who's the accused, kids? Shouldn't you at least present them to me? A question first. They say you're no son to old Burak. He was a doctor. He saved lives. It is said that you kill instead. Is that true? I'm a Burak. I have no doubt. Answer the question, please. Are you a murderer or no? Killing is not necessarily murder. Calm down, no need to get defensive. Or are you uncomfortable doing this in front of my soul and halves? Don't calm down me, boy. You want me to put me on trial? Go ahead, then. Tell me, is it right to kill? We need to know what you believe. Old Burak wasn't just a doctor to us, he was a teacher. He knew how to live. You say you are his son, so you have to take his place and answer. Is murder acceptable? It's right to kill someone who preys on the weak and defenseless, to take revenge against those who deserve it. Only in self-defense. Only to protect a loved one. What's with the frown? You're thinking about your father, aren't you? Yes, I am. So murder can be right sometimes? Who are you planning on killing, boy? It's not about me, but about us. My soul and a halves always hang together. Answer the question. Take your time if you need to. You may very well be choosing our fate. Fine. Yes, sometimes killing is acceptable. Good. We now know the kind of man you are. Here ends the trial. You're free to go. So you know me, huh? That was quick. Guess I should talk to you if I'm ever confused.
Хорошо бы дрезину добыть и
What?
втопить на ней по железке до самой границы.
You have your revenge and so do we. We now know how to deal with Lika and the verdict can't be appealed. All you and I have in common now is that today will end soon. Go, and thanks for your help. Wait a second, what did this Lika do anyway? Lika poisoned our friends who were weak and defenseless. It's an open and shut case. I mean the dogs. We are the soul and a halves. To us they were not mere dogs, but friends. And we prefer them to people. Why do they call you soul and a halves? We each have a half besides our own soul. See this grey cat here, chasing his own tail? That's Jester. We're always together. I see no cat though. Of course you don't, he's my half. Jester will only show himself to you when I trust you. So about this Lika. Why do you care? Listen, kids, I'll handle this. Where did that come from? He's our problem, not yours. You've done your part, we'll do the rest. Put him on guard. I, however, can get the drop on him. Perhaps you could. And then what? If he's as bad as you say, I'll drag him over here. You know what? Give him this leash. He'll understand what it means. Will you do this for us? A leash? Why? Well, he's untrained, so just giving command won't do. But this leash will do the trick. Just give it to him. Deal? Sure, I'm intrigued even. And we have a deal. Murky says he's by the gumstone. Who's Murky? The girl in the corner. She was the one who told us you're a killer. Did she see me then? She did, but don't bother her. She's frightened enough as it is. Fine. Where do I go? The gumstone. Stepward from the basket. Are you supposed to know all this, or do you step folk have different names for everything? Yeah, the step people call it Urhilu. Hatred. See you around, pups. This is murky.
Что там? Еще две руки.
She is not currently our friend. That would be nice if she was.
Хороши были волосы. Да.
There are a few things that you should know if you are to play this game. One is that there is no save scumming available. There are only autosaves and the manual saves. But if you make a mistake, you cannot just go back and undo it. If you die, well, I guess we'll find out when I die. This game is set halfway into the backwards end of Russia. What we're dealing with is not just the culture of Russia, the Russian capitals like Moscow and St. Petersburg. We're dealing with the steppe, the culture that is inherited itself halfway from the Mongols, halfway from the myriad other nomadic people that once lived there. Berak is half-breed of sort. He's halfway steppe person, halfway man of the capital. He has feet in both worlds. And that makes him not really welcome entirely in either. Where's this kid? I know he's around here somewhere. There he is.
Самое худшее еще впереди.
Look at you, feeling better, but the town's not too welcoming, is it? Don't worry, the steppe is wide, it can hide anyone. What brings you here? Who are you, kid? Why do you ask? Tell me straight, were you the one who poisoned the dogs? All lies, I'm a good, kind soul. Explain yourself. The soul and a halves are the real punks, and Notkin is the worst. And punks deserve to suffer, right? But you can't hurt them. They just wipe the blood away and keep going. So you need to hit them where it does hurt, right in the heart. Make them see how it feels. Hit them where it hurts, huh? Hold this leash for a second, will you? This might seem like a strange thing, but trust me, this will make sense soon. In fact, let's just see if we can actually talk to him again. I don't think that we can here. Nope. Whilst having one foot in both worlds tends to mean you are welcome in neither. You've seen how Dankowski, a doctor from the capital, regards us and treats us like we're somehow inferior. Lesser than because of our heritage. And we've seen how the people of the steppe tend to treat us as somehow lost, foreign, alien. Like a part of ourselves no longer matters. These things are difficult. And they are going to become even more difficult as time passes. I took the long way around there, that was stupid. Never take the long way around in this game, always plan for efficiency. Make your shortcuts as soon as you can. Ah, there we go. There's our dog-headed friend.
С ханом, что ли, помириться?
Jester thinks you're a decent sort, and he's not the only one. So, behold, we solemnly grant you this leash. Means you're always welcome here. And that you may even get your own half one day. Not everyone does. A half? Half a soul more. A rook, a dog, or maybe a cat. Though probably you'd get something huge. A bear, or a bull. We never had a half like that before. What did you do to the boy? We didn't kill him, as you can see. Good, so instead you took a trip underground. Deep. Underground? What have you done, you punks? Do you even know anything about the ground here? Come on, are you serious? Those are all wives' tales. Where is it? Where is the pit? I can't say. I gave my word. Whoever dug it will be very sorry. Now, look. See, Murky? There she broods. She saw you got off the train this morning. She saw you got attacked. She saw everything. But she doesn't talk much, and I think few grown-ups would believe her. It is still better than nothing, though. I'd rather not drag an orphan girl into it. This business is murky enough as it is. Go away.
Руки, значит, в рукава, ноги в руки, а голову... Голову оставим пока. Не надо голову.
Go away. I saw everything. No one saw me, but I did. Why do you want me to go away? I don't. Did you see the fight? What's there about you to love? Nothing. So I don't. Perhaps there is something. I don't need you. Nuh-uh. Things were great without you. Great. Okay. Maybe we'll become friends when you get a little older. Poor abandoned, abused girl. Let's see what happened when we turned this kid in.
И комар лошадь свалит, коли волк посадит.
First stay, then play. So they didn't hurt you after all. You friend, outsiders beware. I'm an outsider. I'm a local. And we've met. Don't touch. Bad boy. Bad boy. You gotta actually woof to make the joke work. What a stupid prank. Is it a prank? Are these kids just being kids? Or do the fears of the underground mean something in this town? Right. Perhaps we can work something out, though. Got enough cash to buy some food here if we need to. I'm trying not to use cash too much because I want to buy the bull. But, you know, we've got enough time to bear things in mind.
А узнать бы, кто батюшку твоего. Того. Мы бы этого упыря не пожалели.
Well, look who's entered my humble home. Could that be my pal Artemiy the artist? The Artemiy who cuts arteries, maybe? No, I don't recognize this man. Too soft. They must have kept him swaddled and coddled, whatever place he ran off for. Palace? I left for school. Climbing the ladder, then. Not the same one you're on. You're no fun. Aren't you happy to see an old friend? Oddly enough, I am. Odd indeed. Why so cheery? You're going to help me. You know about my father's death, don't you? I do. May he rest in peace. He was a decent man, best sawbones around. You honour him? What's the plan then? Revenge or something with a little more finesse? We'll find out who's behind this, then we'll see. Just stay away from Saburov. I mean it, Cub. The man's a hawk. All might makes right no sense. He'll throw you in jail first and think only months later. I know you're thick skull too. You'll charge in there shoulder squared thinking, oh, the truth will win out. Bullshit. You stay away. You hear me? You finished? Calm down. Even in a handicrafted town like this, there is an underground, a rat's nest, at odds with the law, at odds with good morals. People come to them with dubious challenges and requests. Just say it aloud, they're thieves. You know my master. He is your friend, and he hasn't changed much since you last saw him. He always loved to live on the edge. Never was a stickler for rules. But he never was truly vile nor cruel. Yet he has changed. He wants to seem a kingpin, a king, a local czar of his own small turf. Wants to seem, not be, play a big wheeler-dealer. But that's not who he really is. He's just... playing pretend. Don't make me laugh. How'd you like to know what your old friend is truly worried about now? He's playing a dashing scoundrel in front of you, but his soul is trembling. Well, why? He's worried about that blood started to spill now, and it was probably spilled by his men. People who rubbed shoulders with him and hiding their teeth at first. He's worried that you'll think he has it all under control, meaning today's craze is his doing. Isn't it? Perhaps he is partially responsible. Perhaps he did corrupt them with his talk of how any law is but chains that one must break in order to become free and truly human, but he never wanted bloodshed. Keep that in mind. Thanks, Reflection. That's comforting to know.
Купил, нашел. Еле ушел. Сдачи давали, да не догнали.
You run into the old crowd. Stack, Ruben, Lara. I've been to Ruben's. He's not home. Gotta say, it's a tough time for our friendship. I mean, if you can even call this friendship. Gravel-hearted Lara won't look at me now, and Stack's even worse. He completely ignored my plea for help. You need help? You gone outside recently? It's chaos. Innocent souls torn limb from limb. Everyone's lost their minds hunting the culprit, a step Golan something, but others, they're after your hide, friend. All this going on, naturally, my men ran into a mob. Barely got out alive. They need a sawbones bad. Your old man's gone, and his star student Stack won't take the job, so... People mistook your men for me, each and every one of them. Hell if I know. Can't make heads or tails of them now. If you squint, Piecework does kind of resemble you, a sturdy man. Perhaps he did take a few hits to the noggin in your stead. How'd you feel about that? Could look at Piecework. Where is he? Not here. Shiner dropped by, said they're waiting for death at the hideout. Poor Piecework. He's knocking on heaven's door. Got something stuck in his belly. Can you believe, folks? They're all shapeshifters, I swear, shedding skin and eating each other. May not look it, but every person in this town is a vile beast inside. I'll use the scalpel you just had lying around, then. Wonderful. Might find anything in his belly he doesn't need. Don't toss it. Bring it to me. Might be useful. Well, like a memento. You're still a weird one. Bread in the bone, I suppose. Well. Can't hurt to have a few extras. Can make it up to the bull, then we might be able to make it up and around without getting caught. But I am being hunted. Yeah. Need to be very careful though, because these people will start to hunt me soon. I find myself exhausted, soon to fall. Dead, tired, they say. I wonder what it means. I'm no good at riddles. When your exhaustion peaks, soon death follows. But how can one escape such a sad fate? Surprise me. But woe is me, for I have no place to sleep. Doors locked before this low tragedian, now unwelcome here in his hometown. Is there no bunkhouse for the needy homeless in the town? Who knows? But you, Bodak, are no mere tramp. Heroes such as you won't be let in. Sleep when I'm dead, I guess. Go home, Bodak. Repose will do you good, but should you find another's cot, be quick to steal sleep. Sweet dreams, misfortune seeker. Thanks, and you too. And these are how the mechanics of the game work. Alright, we're just gonna have to be very careful. Theoretically, we could have gone down here. Shit, I don't think there's actually a way across without running into people. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yep. Well, hopefully we might be able to get to this guy in time. Yeah. Why are you back? Do you have the money? I do. Hand over the bull. I'll bring it to your doorstep. I don't even have a doorstep. I'll bring it to you when you have one. Well, you know where I'll find a place. From the bull too. Trust me, this will become important. This thirst keeps driving down towards my death. Don't be foolish. I'm the one dying of thirst. Indeed. See me act out your fate, dear fool. Help! Someone help! This thirst is soon to kill me. Keep it up. I want to know how it ends. You die, my friend. That's how it ends. Water is all around, though puddles make poor drinks. Sip then from fountain spouts, from barrel bungs. A bottle is all you need. Here, take one. Thanks for the bottle, foolish man. Seeing the rats around is a tad unpleasant. I'm not in the mood for formication. Formication, not fornication. Which is the, oh. What? Yeah, bolt. Okay. Formication, not fornication, is the medical condition upon which you believe that ants or vermin of such similar variety and caliber are crawling up all over your skin. It is unpleasant, to say the least. Unpleasant to experience and unpleasant to see others experience. How fares your kind, Kathanger? By Allah, how fares your kind? We, the Katangi, must help each other out. You're our kin. You shouldn't get into fights, Tankar. You'll always lose, no matter who remains standing. How come? Think, Tankar. If they kill you, then it's very bad, right? But if you kill them, it's still bad. Everyone will hate you. Won't let you in, sell you food or barter. You'll be hunted. Do you need a wolf's life? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Don't get into fights, and clear up your name first. As time passes, people will accept you. Then do as you please. By Allah, let Mother Buddha caress your step. Thanks, kid. You actually gave me something really valuable there. Ooh. The scissors might be more useful to give away. Yeah, that'll do. Tweezers I will need later, but perhaps not immediately and not for the price that he's asking. Or rather, I don't have anything to trade for the price he's asking. Perhaps I messed up that trade a little bit. Good trade. That'll do. Can always use an egg. Ah, shit. Let's try and get inside as quick as we can. Just bar the door behind us. I don't really want to be spotted. Mind your own business. That guy over there. Piece worker, take it? That's him, alright. You one of our lot then? Independent. You got water? No. Don't you forget to give him alcohol or powders, anything. Gotta kill the pain first. Twitchy man, this one. He'll flop around like a fish. Powders? You have no idea how to perform an operation. But you got something to cut with? The damn thing's stuck deep. Tried to get out with a knife, didn't work. Need those special knives. Scalpels? Yes, I see you're experts at poking around with knives. You probably started this whole mess, didn't you? No, we were doing God's work. You did away with old Burdock. A Shabnak, that's who. So we tracked the man-eater. Then all the step trash poured in, saying she's no Shabnak. We took out shivs. 10 of them on 2. I've seen the stake lot fire. Was that your doing too? We avenged Burdock. Priestwick himself grabbed her. Don't you glare at me like that. Come on, help the man. Can't you see he's about dead? Do what Bad Grief said. Some doctor he sent us. Shut up, I'm on it. Did we save the man that murdered someone innocent? Liver, kidneys, heart, and brain. Where is this shiv lodged? Easy. Hey, I can hear him breathing now. All normal. What is this splinter? You're cleaning up from around here. This is a local tradition. We don't keep knives. They might call it cutlery, but it ain't sure ain't for cutting. Godless beasts who fear neither life nor death make these disposables. Jab once and it breaks. It's all about observing the custom. The custom has nothing to do with breaking shivs, you asshole. It's about not cutting bodies at all. Well. Well, this'll do. Loot what we can. Shit. Sometimes looting doesn't work out so well. I'm already hated and hunted anyway. It doesn't really matter if I loot someone's house. Broken scissors were not worth it. Shit. Look around, Burdock, at this abandoned house. Of course it's abandoned, those thugs wouldn't be here otherwise. Have you secured all you need to survive? I've got nothing I need. Neither food, nor water, nor clothes. I hardly urge you to mimic those two, but these times are dire, and what you need you may find lurking in empty houses such as these, and if the owners should return abruptly, you are neither the first nor the last criminal here. You mean to say I could pin the blame on those two, right? Exactly. 'Tis your life at stake, and things are merely things that you might then repay. You are indeed a doctor here, Burdock. Quite so, a doctor, but not a burglar. But perhaps burglary is. All we can really do. I need to do some inventory Tetris. Ooh, how do I... this might actually be tougher than I thought. Okay. Okay, inventory Tetris time. Beep-a-doo. Oh, shit. Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. There we go. Inventory is now pretty much full. But we can make some use of what we have. We're already hated, might as well just do what we can in the interim, right? Yeah, this lockpick's probably gonna break soon. Well, bugger, this was not worth it. Okay. I don't want to break the lockpick. There we go. Better than nothing. Food is always useful. I will happily take food. Okay. It's about to break. Shit. Okay. That's fine. We've got as much as we needed. Right. Lara. And back here. Okay. 687 is quite a lot smaller than the 3,000 we need. Can't go back in. Okay. Let's see what the kids have to trade. Boat tokens, morphine. Morphine's a lot. Maybe I'll see what the other kids have, if there's anything better. He trades morphine for a much better price. Yep. Thank you. That's a lot nicer for me. Thank you very much. Always look for the best deals that you can. When you're in a position where money begins to mean nothing, it's really the best that you can do. I can get to Lyra's myself. I don't think I need... I am going to be chased, but... I can just take the back roads around here and dodge the worst of them. If I take the roads around behind houses, not through houses, I might have a little bit of leeway. A little bit. Probably not a lot, but enough to dodge at least the worst of them. Kids just got soap. Immunity boosters. Ooh. Handy things to have. Morphine I will need more of. You poor thing. We still think you're good. You feel sorry for me? You're an angel. I do. I'll grow up to be a good person. Tata bought kittens yesterday. 6. You want a kitten? I'm like a kitten myself. There's enough cats in my life. Tiens. Perhaps it should be more... Perhaps it should be more aunt. That should translate to... Right, morphine or a boat token? Nope. Morphine. Ooh. Fantastic. Fine. Fingernail for a charm? Do I need another boat token? I could do with more, to be honest, but I've so far actually managed to avoid needing them. So I think having 2 in stock's probably enough. Okay. You may notice that I'm possibly playing the game a tad differently to how many of other players might initially approach this. Right now, I am ensuring that I buy out kind of everything that I can. the steppe people tend not to attack me. It's usually just the townsfolk that attack me, but I don't think that I have a good enough reputation to even bother trying to go to the pharmacy at this point. I kind of want to save the cash for the revolver as well. Why do I want a revolver? Good question. Because, I don't know, phallic symbols of masculine dominance? Let's go with that. Always look in bins. Oh, a package. With something in it, but we don't know what. I'll trade a charm for a kashk, though. I'm not, no. I'm not getting rid of the other stuff for that. I've not got anything he wants for the morphine. Boat token. Nah. She wants the chalk. She's got some morphine, but nothing else that I really need. The kids have a lot of morphine. Real opioid crisis in this town, huh? Ah, shit. Stand still. Whoops. I don't know if I can stand still. I'm running away from enemies, but oh well, we got here in the end. Stand still, Yargachin. Can you hear it? Some sort of grumbling or groaning. I do. Come closer, stand in front of me, and wait. Wait for what? The earth is breathing. Listen to it. Stand still and listen. The earth, our mother Bodho, is in pain. Sobalon, Yaradal. Reveal her vein and she will reward you. Embrace you. Return your mother's embrace. Alright, standing still. I mean, I'm not standing still at all. We'll go back there. I promise. Sorry, guys. Just gonna run and bolt the door behind us and hope that we're okay. Take what you can. Jesus. A weapon. It will have to do for now. Yes, I am just looting my friend's house. Sorry. Perhaps I should be a bit more conscious of how to actually play this.
Легкая рука, так? А тяжелое сердце, так?
My friend...
Нет, надо наоборот.
A friend who,
Нет, в таком городке не может появиться убийца.
perhaps her father. And her sword.
Орден — это клеймо. Так отмечают убийц.
How long has it been? 7 years? Nice. It's been 5 years since I left. Feels like 10. Why are you giving me that look? You smell like blood. Everyone does. Trust me, I'm a surgeon. We share the same pain now, siblings in suffering. That's why you've come to see me, isn't it? What are you talking about? We dearly loved our fathers. Now they're both gone. Yours killed this morning, mine this past spring, after the battle at the fords. Many terrible things happened while you were away. I'm sorry, I didn't know your father well, but I always respected him. He must have been killed in action then. Forget it, I don't want to talk about it. Why are you back? Father sent me a letter 2 weeks ago now. A disturbing letter where he wrote about his involvement in something dangerous. And what will you do now? I don't know. You know what? You aren't going anywhere. I won't let you. Just take a look at yourself. You can barely stand, let alone run around chasing some assailant. You're staying. Eat something, then get some sleep. When you wake up, we'll figure the rest. How's that? Took a beating, Lara. That's why I'm swaying. Just take whatever you need. There must be something in the cabinet in the hall. Shall I sleep upstairs? That's where the guest rooms used to be anyway, when we were kids. No, don't go upstairs. It's all locked. Ever since Father died, I don't go up there. Just use this bed instead. Laura, what's wrong? Why won't you look at me? Don't. Not now. Go and eat. You know it's September, don't you? Do you even remember what the autumn is like here? You must eat even if portions are small, or else you'll become feeble. Your father taught us this. I know. Must I remind you that you need more sleep than usual? It's September. The steppe cools, the twilight blooms. Have you forgotten? When did you last sleep? You're right. I haven't slept in a while. Though I did take a nap while I travelled. Can you spare an hour or 5? Yes, time is precious, but so what? The worst is over. Are you afraid things might worsen still? Yes, I am. They won't. Sorry, Lara, you're wrong. Your father's killer won't flee. Until the next train, at least. True, I should eat and get some sleep in that order. It's not like you have anywhere else to go. You're that fugitive people are after, aren't you? Seems so. While you're asleep, I'll go on a walk, test the waters. Maybe I'll learn something, or better yet, make them see that they might be hunting the wrong person. Might be. Just be careful. People are wild out there. Exhaustion is pretty high. Let's just eat the things that aren't completely stacked first. And then we'll take ourselves up. We've got a good amount of food, so I'm happy for the moment. 2 hours for now, and then we'll just try and kill the exhaustion with that. I'm dreaming. My name was Jacob Stirk, worked in shipping. 2 marriages, both happy, brought up a daughter. Friends woke me up in the night. We were getting a posse together to catch old Kane's killer. I ambushed him at the station. That's where I was killed, with my own knife, no less. I'm sorry. Kane? Don't you mean Burdock? My father's name is not Kane. I was called Kirik. It was my idea to catch the murderer at the station, so we lay in ambush. The train came. A man got off. Get him, boys, I cried. That was stupid of me. The kill would be getting on, not off. I'm sorry. So his candles go out. They called me Bertie, short for Bertrand. It's one of the kinder nicknames. Bertie was fine. A name's just a name. I got murdered at the station last night. Didn't rightly know what I was doing there. Figure I just went along with the herd. Sorry, Bertrand. Did you enjoy your little chats? They don't blame you, as you saw. I suppose they haven't quite come to terms with their fates yet. Or perhaps they have. Death does that to people. If only I could fix it. I'll tell you a story. Once there was a man who wanted to fix everything. He begged on bended knee for a chance to turn back time. And when he got it, history repeated itself. Good job, we told him. That's your fate. He asked us, once more? So he let him try once more, but with a catch. He who denies his fate will be punished. He'll keep living as a cripple, lame, wounded. Do you see where I'm going with this? Did he try again then? These are the mechanics of death in the game, by the way. I don't remember, and I don't care. Even if he didn't, there probably wasn't a happy ending. You can't fight fate, Berak. It's immutable. He was permanently crippled. I wonder how.
Не борщ, не ждали. Нет.
See? You're a man of fate, Berak. What are you trying to prove? You can't change fate. Have you heard the story of Oedipus? But what's my fate? I told you already, Berak. It's not pretty. You will spill blood. Just let it go, Ripper. Don't be so bullheaded. Just because you have a hammer doesn't mean every problem is a nail. If I have a hammer, then you might be in trouble, beakhead. You can't fight fate.
Сердце у меня бьется с перерывами.
Wake up,
И
Cub.
больно щемит внутри.
There's someone upstairs. A thief must have gotten in. Or someone even worse. Cub? So, Gravel, you remember our old friendship. Something's fumbling around, I hear it. What if it's the thing that killed Isidore? What if the soil spit out a Shabnak after all? Don't be silly. Even I don't believe those tales. It's unbecoming of you, alright? You're the one acting silly. You've forgotten everything. Don't you remember those bones we found strung together? Isidore himself tells us they were Shabnak remains. Drink some water and calm down. Even if Shabnak did come into the town, it wouldn't climb up a building. But perhaps we should check nonetheless. The Reaper comes in many forms. Only a few of them are pretty.
Вот святые все эти, мудрецы восточные.
Got
Они
any
же
idea?
тоже все только про любовь говорят.
Shut up, Clara, come on. There we go.
Терпение,
Oh my
любовь.
god.
Это же самые для человека важные инструменты.
She's got a lot to say. Got any idea where she keeps bread? The shelves are empty. Hi, thief. Says a ripper. Am I a ripper? Do you believe in divination, Barak? Of course. Can you see my future? I can. Go ahead, then. You'll spill a ton of blood, Barak. Tremendous amounts. A river of blood. Family blood. Beloved blood. You will drown this town in blood, and soon. Unless you trust me. So a bite of toast and you'll wave your hands and fix everything? Do you take coin? Listen to me. You need to leave town, now. If you must stay, lay low, do nothing. The less you do, the less grief you'll bring to those around you. Abandon your schemes. I'll handle it on my own. It'll be glorious. You'll see. You're good at chin music, I'll give you that, but your actual words are bullshit. Your life lessons will prove me right, but heed my words. Whenever you want to do something, don't. You'll just make it worse. You'll be the demise of your own hometown. You will drown this place in blood. I'm not buying it, and I think you should get going. The mistress of the house is getting anxious.
У тебя легкая рука, так?
Have you thought about what I
И
told you?
тяжелое сердце, так?
I did of the strangest dream.
Нет,
Was it your
надо
doing?
наоборот.
No, it was yours. Don't you want to know what I dreamed of? Of horror, I'm sure. All dreams are prophetic, and since you dreamed it, you must have seen yourself spill blood. As for the details, spare me. My nerves are delicate. I'm not some monster myself. You sure it was prophetic? It was prophetic, no doubt about that. So you say you have a gift, huh? Well, I do too. I can sense what I'm being lied to. Like right now. She has little else to say. This street urchin has a confused way of putting things. Some things aren't bound to happen. So, let's see where we're at. I need to find people who still remember me, who still believe me, without proof, who can vouch for me. Let's see. Lara is vouching for me. So there's that.
Собаки воют. От чего это?
What was it? Some beggar, I think, broke into your house. She's babbling nonsense. Should I toss her out? Don't. If she's already here, let it be. Perhaps she's hiding from the violent mob. I'll check on her later, provide some care if needed. She's not so gentle. More likely you'll need that care.
Сегодня незнакомый посланец принес мне какую-то странную склянку.
Things still look bad for you, Cub, but I managed to help a little. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy to be Cub again. I missed you, Lara. They'll come to their senses soon. You know how mobs work. I explained to the right folks that you had nothing to do with Isidore's death. Women, mostly. They'll spread the news quick. Here in the flank, at least. In the train, the backbone. You'll be safer. I'll come to their senses, but I'll forever be suspected of patricide. That's up to you, Cub. Is it? You were gone for 6 years? You're an outsider now, and you came back on the wrong side. Maybe you didn't kill Isidore, but you killed someone, right? I didn't even need to see the blood. Your butcher's eyes told me everything. That 1,000-yard stare. 5 years, not 6. Closer this time, though. You'll have to start over, Cab. Although, maybe not entirely. Kin must be eager to see you. With Isidore gone, someone has to take his place. Not just for your step people, but for us all. So how you see me? Your step people and us? Let's not be dick. I know. Things are looking a little bit better, but we're still quite tired. At least we're getting our health back, though. One more hour. You're quite the sleeper, human. Shouldn't have gone to bed at all. Exactly. You'll sleep your whole life away if you're not careful. Time and tide tarry for no man, remember? Quality proverb. This isn't life. While you dream, the town lives. Someone out there waits for you this very moment. Perhaps they wait in vain. Is my hint clear? Don't be surprised if you wake up and find every train has left the station. I'm not easily shaken, little critter. See, here I am, talking to you like all of this is normal. Fuck. What is it with crows? A warning, perhaps. Right. Okay. Act 1. We're doing not too bad. Let's have some toast. No, let's have the fish. Get rid of the extra burden of the inventory space. Right. Careful not to sleep too long. Still have a long way to go to get back down. I think I'll take a ferryman. It'll be quicker. Right. Finally, we're back together. I've been waiting for you, Burdak. Will you have me now? You mistook me for someone else, Basagan. Don't you remember me, Kolbohum? Well, I remember you, and I remember your words. So will you have me now? You're a herb bride. We can't have a relationship. Your hands are so heavy. Shush, don't touch me yet, or else the dress will tear, and that's no good. Tears in the dress must appear on their own during the dance, just like the earth is torn apart when it releases herbs. I'm not touching you. So will you have me now? Will we be joined forever? No, Basagan, something's off about you. What do you really want? Fine. I'll wait for you to remember me. We'll meet again soon. I'll find you. For now, try to remember who I am, Kholbun. Segnidehe, or there'll be trouble. I will wait for you, Basagan. Yamar Burke Yarkachin. He who knows how to dissect people can dissect earth. Sain Tada Emshen. Now partake of my blood. Let my blood feed the earth. What for? Everyone knows how it works. You quench the earth's thirst with your blood. You reap its harvest. Try it. Yamar Burke Baskan. Bye. It wants. Watch the herbs grow. Listen to them sing. You'll find them by the song, by the sound. Mother Bodo reveals herself to the generous. Come back tomorrow, Kayala. Feed her more blood and reap more herbs. Bayarte Basagan. Ah, herb. 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 Herbs. Herbs are handy. Though they do take up a lot of inventory space. The Gorkon flows. It's best not to go there though. Best to travel it as little as possible. 35 minutes later, we arrive nearby. It is best to avoid going through towns where you're hated. It's best to avoid fighting altogether. It's just a burn and a drain on resources. I want to drink while the water is still plentiful and fresh.
Чему бывать, того не миновать.
Let us rest on the mountain, ho, let us rest by the river. That's the song your people sing when times are hard, isn't it? How's piecework? I assume he kicked the bucket. He meant nothing to you then. Great. No, I patched piecework back together. God, my friend. You didn't mess around in school, huh? And to hell with Stack, let him sulk, he only makes it worse for himself. So what's the plan now? The plan is to live. Live and breathe and thieve and leave. What do you find inside piecework? Just curious. Guts and shit, the usual. Shame. Guts are your area of expertise, not mine. Got enough shit on my hands as it is. Why do you ask? Just curiosity. Got myself a nice little business. You need weapons or anything illegal? Can you come see me? I'll let you peek below the counter. Nothing for free, of course. No discounts either. My men wouldn't respect that. Be glad I trust you enough to make any deals at all. So, what'll it be? You're too kind. So you can give me a knife, some revolver ammunition, a lockpick, and some needles. You know something? I'll actually take the needles. Oh, that was a good trade. Might not have been. Here's to hoping. Oh, hello. So you're a trained surgeon. Good. This is good. Shame that your esteemed degree is of no help to me. Why is that? The kin has not accepted you yet. You are Burak's son, but sharing blood is not enough. Supposedly you're a Menku by birth, but in truth you aren't. You went away to study who knows where, leaving your people behind. Old folk don't appreciate that. Will the kin accept you at all? A Menku. Does this word mean anything to any of you still? I'm not a stepman, but I know that among your lot, only Menkus can become butchers, wise men, or surgeons, because they know the lines. Is that what you call it? The art of understanding the world? The lines? Really? You look like a step person. Who are you then? I'm Var. I have a business. An unusual one. Your father used to deliver certain goods to me. Now I come back to ask bad grief. He's a bandit after all, a law unto himself, but turns out he's too lily-livered to cross this particular boundary. What kind of business? I buy blood and organs, body components, human components. What for? You're no Menku, you wouldn't understand. Forget it. Show me where you live. I want to talk to you about the kin some more. This is where Var the Scarface buys organs. If I want to harvest some organs, I can sell them to him. Var the Scarface buys organs. The clinking of dice can be heard here. Dice? Really? Okay. Someone selling a revolver here, and a quick drink from the barrels can lead to trade goods, perhaps. Or rather, I can trade the bottles of water that I've been picking up, and I have picked up quite a lot. I can trade them with drunkards. For tourniquets and bandages, but I would rather keep them for when they're necessary. This is the only man that will trade with me. Ooh. Oh my god. Fuck. What will he take? I want that stuff. tourniquet. This is very good food. Doesn't take up a lot of inventory space. It's very filling. Shit. Coffee. A revolver bullet? Will that do? I want to keep the scrap names. That'll do. Perhaps this was unwise use of my money, but I would rather spend it now whilst prices are low. For when people panic, they will panic buy. And when they panic buy, well, it does not put me in a very good position. Anyway, my journal. Let's look. The local urchins found it under trying a murderer, but it was not the murderer I was looking for. The doghead killer is the doghead who saw me at dawn. He could testify to my alibi, but I gave not my word. The murderer will be tried, and he was. I have new allies now, though, in the kids. Stack considers me a patricide. Alexander Sabarov is in charge of the investigation. Best not to toy with him right now. Lara told her neighbors that I'm innocent. The inhabitants of the nearby districts won't attack me anymore. Bad Grief remembers me. Well, I'm useful anyway. Not that he's very much help. Could have either been killed by the Shabnak, the very thing that made him summon me so urgently. Is that truly possible? We have some time, but I'm hated in most districts. Getting back up to somewhere that's safe will be tough. And trying to do it in a speedy, stealthy way will be tougher. But we can do it, though. I believe in us. Just need to wait for this all to blow over. The bandage selling salesmen are all gone. The revolver man is still there though, but I have nowhere near the amount of cash that he requires. I'm not going to sell all my food for a revolver. Food is something I need more urgently, and revolvers are expensive to maintain. They degrade, you need to buy bullets. They have their uses, but their uses are limited. The rats live everywhere. Why are they running? Hey, Haralda, I didn't do anything. Bikara, you can protect yourself. You shouldn't look either. What do you have here? I brought my bones here. Are you kissing the skull? I'm not kissing it. It was in my hands, then people ran in. I was embarrassed and I hid my face. But you haven't done anything wrong. Why were you ashamed? I won't explain to you. I did nothing wrong. I just brought my bones here. What's wrong with that? These bones are mine. I didn't steal them. I tell the truth. You should be more careful with your bones, Basakan. You're acting strange, and people rarely appreciate that. What's so strange about that? They're the strange ones. Come to think of it, it isn't, so go ahead and do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. It will not. I still think you should leave. They might return. Oh, shit. Still being chased. Nope. Not enough time. No, got him stuck in a wall, so it's good for me at least. Ah, so you're Burak's heir? I am. You're one of Olgimski's men now, right? Big Vlad said anyone who touches you will be in for a world of hurt. He's a complete stranger to me, and I don't need anyone to intercede on my behalf. It's unwise to get in his way. Boos is a powerful patron. Don't let him down. I'll stay on my toes. Someone's found me. Well, this is not really going as well as I planned. Right. Is this your money, sir? I think you dropped your purse. Is this some kind of test of character? Save money, sir. You'll need it yet. An optimist, I see. Alas, today is not the day for commerce. Suspicious folk from out of town are outlawed, but there's a shop that deals in stolen loot stood among the warehouses, trading with all sorts and no regard for reputation. So you may find a use for money yet. You think so? Should you restore your reputation, sir, would you then wish to seek it ruin anew with theft and robbery? No, of course you wouldn't. But trust in trade, for coins cannot recall from whence they came. Thanks, man in black. He was just telling me about the food warehouse that you've already seen me use. Christ, I'm chased everywhere I go. I just need to cross over into the Kine, the backbone, the flank, and do some bin raking, I think. Bin raking, trading, prepping myself. It's always good to have more on your side than you. Seems the Burak prophecy is true, huh? Each Burak will spill a river of blood. Would drown the town in blood, it may be. The wording varies, so it goes. So much death. Burak, you mean Isidore? Of course. He may not have spilled it himself, but it's all happening because of him. Just as the prophecy foretold. Isidore has nothing to do with this. This is on you. She won't trade with me because she doesn't trust me. I mean, I don't blame her for that. The Gorkon River. You can't just walk straight across it. It's not safe. It's filled with effluent, with muck, disease. Not trading away the needles for a boat token. Not worth it. But yes, it's filled with effluent, muck, and disease. It's not healthy to go in because it takes all of the waste products from the abattoir. This town is built upon the steppe, upon the great wide plains. There's not really anything much on the great wide plains. Other than cattle, perhaps. And that's what this town trades in, cattle. Their meat, their bones, their flesh, their death. What will she give me for one of those? Yep, I will happily accept that trade. That's a good trade. Hey, kid. Ugh. Yep, that's a trade I will accept. So, if it trades merely in the death and flesh of cow meat, where does all the waste go? All that leftover offal, guts, filth. They just let it flow into the river, and into the earth. And into the river and into the earth go such sacrifices so constantly. I'd like to trade with you for my conscience's sake, but no one will trade with thieves or murderers. Barter is about trust. What does conscience have to do with it? Barter is a sacred tradition. You understand that it's not about objects at all, don't you? Not about objects. Would you like to trade your coat for a match, then? Might have accepted that offer, but I won't trade with a man who has a burdened conscience. Why poison my own fate? A clear conscience is important, but even if I have sinned, it's not contagious, so mind your own soul, pal. You're weird. Your fate won't improve my life, only my trust. Get it? When I trust someone, I get lucky, so good things come my way. Fine, I'll clear my name soon, then we can barter. Well, I can actually barter with them now. Always try and get as many resources as you can on side. We've got time to trade, so we might as well try it. Okay. Do I want the unknown package? It's a lot to trade. See what the others have first. Have they got anything slightly better? Immunity boosters. I will need the immunity boosters, but their trading is not ideal. Right. Hey, kid. All my needles for some morphine and fish. No. Someone might have something better. No, they don't. Okay, right, well, let's... Soap. Nah, soap's not what I need. Fish. I'll do. Trading with kids is a good idea just generally. Right. Okay. 2 beetles. Okay, you know something. Right, that'll do. I know that I could have traded away a needle, but I actually want to keep the needles. Okay, so we now have some immunity boosters. We've got quite a bit of food. We've got a leash, which I'm sure we can get rid of and trade away. We've got a boat token. We've got food items around. I'm happy with the food items. At least they're doing us some good for now. And we've got a little bit of time. I just need to wait until the coast is clear. I need to wait until the rumors spread to the rest of the town that my name deserves to be cleared. Mm. 17. All the needles for some smoked fish and morphine. All of them. That was a lot to lose. I don't know if that's a good trade. I do want the morphine. We are going to need a lot of it. But is it worth losing all the needles? All the lockpicks? I wish I had something better to trade away. Fine, we accept the trade. And we'll get more needles as we go. Every time you barter, you improve people's trust with you. So it's usually a good idea to do so. Immunity boosters? She doesn't have anything worth trading for. Ah, cool. 1, 2, 3... for bandage. Yes, I will accept that as a good trade. Because I can always pick up extra spare water bottles in the bins. This town is a strange place. You may have noticed that there is a... Oh, what's he have? What can I give him? Peanuts. I've only got one matchstick. Damn it. This town is a strange place. It has a gigantic tower built of dreams that looms over one side of the town, and on the other is the abattoir, this factory of death and earth and blood and sacrifice. These are both to mean a lot thematically as we go on with the game. For those of you who do not know my channel, I do have a very long analysis video of the original game. Shoot. Knife or toast for a knife? We won't accept that. Probably better I keep the knife. Morphine for a knife? Nah, I want to keep the knife. The knife is crappy quality, but it's better than nothing. Metal scrap, springs. I do need those things, but I don't have anything that he wants. I do have a very long analysis, but yes, finally. Okay. Oof. Oof. Not a good trade. That's also not a great trade. I'll trade an egg for a bandage, because I can get the bandages a bit more easily. Safety pin for a bandage? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Everyone's losing their minds. Hell, they'll start looking for ghosts and bogeymen soon. Shabnaks don't exist, it's just the damn twire blooming and making all our heads swim. Do you know who started the rumour? Who could ever figure that out now? You know, I swear I recognise your face. Who are you? I'm Artemiy, Isidore Burdak's son. I have returned. Yes, I have a very long analysis video on my channel. She doesn't have anything I want. About the original game. If you are interested in hearing a little bit more, and perhaps getting a few more spoilers as to what this game might have to offer, please feel free to watch it. But bear in mind it will probably include spoilers. At least for the original game. Possibly for this one too. Who knows? It's bad to go in the water. Cool. The more we go bin raking, the more likely we are to survive. The more we trade, the more we keep stock of ourselves, keep things intact, keep ourselves intact. The more good trades we make, the more likely we are to have enough resources on hand to survive when the plague hits, because I think that's probably not too much of a spoiler to say. We all know the plague is going to hit soon. The town hall is no longer looking for me. Thank God. Right, I can now approach the town hall. If you want to know what may have otherwise happened, well, we know that Alexander Saburov, the de facto mayor of the town, is not exactly a very nice man. Out for blood. A little bit of a Javert type of character. The law. He is the law, and the law is not mocked. Ooh. 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 I don't have enough. God damn it. Morphine. Morphine. I don't have enough. Damn it. Ah. Master says you're doing well. He said, with each hour, fewer and fewer people think he's the murderer. He said, tell him that I want to talk. Tell him to come to the lump. Right away. Your master? Big Vlad. Old Gimsky. What does he want with me? If he's summoning you, you must go. No dawdling, he said. True. If Big Vlad calls, then you have to come. Right, kid. Do you have anything that I can... No. No, I might have overtraded myself away. That'll do. Always good to have more food. Ah, how did I get into this position where I don't have anything to trade with these kids? Right. To Big Vlad's house we have to go. We'll just dodge by the city hall. The city hall is where Alexander Saburov lives, and he is a man who is a blunt instrument of the law, and by blunt I mean exceptionally blunt. And as a blunt and frustrating instrument of the law, he would otherwise have just arrested us on site. No trial. And this is where he would have stayed. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to be around here to arrest me. Merely his men. But perhaps there are things around here that I can make use of nonetheless. Turns out you're innocent. They got the culprit. Everyone else is free to go. They got the culprit. Who is it? Think anyone tells me that kind of thing? If someone's free to go, they aren't a suspect anymore, right? So if the culprit's been caught, it's called logic. Maybe they weren't. Not my place to know. My orders were to let the big one go free. The master vouch for you. What master? Fat Vlad. Vlad Olgimsky, that is. Big one. Vlad Senior. All four of them. That's a rousing vote of confidence. Damn. Sometimes you can find some food down here. Of course, though, I've already been out in the world and trading, so no food for me. I need to find more junk. Of course, we'll find some more on our way to talk to Vlad. If I find some junk, I can trade and barter with the kids, with the people. Trading and bartering is the backbone of an economy when your money is possibly about to go to shit. After all, when you're about to undergo hyperinflation because people panic buy, the amount of resources does not equal the amount of money. And money becomes worthless. What are you to do? Cool. It's a decent amount of loot that we have. Hopefully we can just keep ourselves safe. What you looking at? Get lost, we got him first. Who is he? Don't you see? Burak the Turncoat, Isidor's son himself. Have you lost your mind? He's got nothing to do with this. Oh yes he does, the whole sound's saying he did it. Done what, you idiots? Bastard put his own dad 6 feet under. So what you looking at? Get lost or you're next. Pull it together, will you? Breathe. I'm gonna pull a muscle. Wouldn't be able to deliver justice then.
Руки! Не бойся, не бойся. Руки! Всем тяжело.
Ah, shit.
Вот она.
Perhaps it's best that we leave them be. It's better not to get involved in fights. No heroics. If we can avoid them. Probably should have said that I was Artemiy, but I didn't realise that was going to turn out. Shit. God fucking damn it. Right. Okay. I want to keep a bandage in hand just in case. Marbles? Marbles. 4, 6, 6. Trade. Good trade. Nah, boat tokens are not worth that much to me immediately. Scrap names, though, they might be. Might be worth a bit more worth trading. 6, 4. Okay. I'll accept that. Right, perhaps we should stop dawdling and actually see the big man himself. The man who supposedly vouched for us, who supposedly defended us, made sure that we were going to be okay. Cash. Cash in hand. It's always good to have some cash around. Let's perhaps put some things away just for now. And do some inventory Tetris whilst we're at it. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. Is that fine? I think that's probably fine enough, right? And here he is, the big man.
Ясно. Ясно, что наши недра не содержат воды. Может, мой не так уж и глуп. Все-таки
He spends a while talking.
родная кровь.
That familiar old face. You know, I remember what your esteemed father looked like when he was young. I am, after all, only 15 years younger. He was a very decent person. He had a real spine. Bohus Vlad, I'm honored. Welcome home, my dear boy. Welcome home. The reception was rather lukewarm, though, wasn't it? It was. I'm getting reports that you're a villain, my boy. A murderous villain. My people are upset that they couldn't do you in. They are an ugly mob, aren't they? So small-minded. Animals, beasts, swine. At least you slipped away. Perhaps I should stand up for you. That would be useful, can you really? My power is immense, boy. Have you forgotten? Everything you see here is mine. The whole Bull enterprise. The abattoir, the factory, the warehouses, the station. This town's veins are my reins. Its meat bones my throne. I am the master, and I expect to be obeyed. Everyone really obeys you. I haven't forgotten, Boos, believe me, and I'm not the only one who remembers. At least, take my advice. I'm always eager to help Isidore's son. Stay here a while. Don't go out. My house is big, plenty of space. If you need anything, just call the servants. Why should I do that? For your future's sake, my boy. What's the rush? Take a rest. You've suffered so much. The rest of the town will have a rest from you. Thank you, Boos. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Done with everything important for today. Free to rest until tomorrow, or explore the town. At night, its face shall change.
Что он, дурак, там нашел внутри колодца?
Stop running around, my boy.
А?
No need for you to leave.
Ах, дурак.
I won't chain you up, but believe me, out there you'll just make a mess. Where's my father? I need to see Spotty. Well, he might have been put in the ground already. People never linger with the rites of death. They bury the deceased immediately. Like a seed, yes. And if you take too long, the seed won't sprout. Where do they bury my people these days? In the new cemetery? There's no such thing as your people anymore. Yours, ours, we're all just people. What's past is past, so we're all buried together. Your rites are still different, though. Your kind must be buried in the morning, yes? Yes. Listen. Are you planning to avenge your father? Why do you ask? Cain is eager to condemn someone, Sabarov to execute. I, however, I'll make sure we find the right person. Yes, the right one. The right one is the one who killed him. It's not that hard. You're probably off to a pub now. To drink to your father's memory. The Turin poison flows wide in the broken heart. Stamerton runs a good business, while I allow it. The pub? Perhaps. Beats staying here. The Broken Heart pub. I can drink to my father's memory there. Perhaps I'll find a little bit more than just a memory. Exhaustion's a tad high. And hunger is a tad high, but manageable. I'm gonna leave my Turin in here. I think it's better that I do. There, it'll be safe at least. It is just about nightfall. Things do change at night. Revolver ammo, but I've got nothing to give him for it. Oh shit, no, I'm gonna take my Turin. No, actually I don't want to trade away the Turin. Turin is important and losing it is bad. Turin is a herb. A strange herb that grows amongst this place. I mean, you could call it a little bit cannabinoid-esque. But that would be very reductive. It's more than just that. I need another safety pin. More immunity boosters. But yes, Turin is more than just a herb. It's... You can do a lot with Turin. You can smoke it, sure, but you can distill it into a very strange drink, which is a sort of alcohol-esque. I guess the closest equivalent would be something like absinthe, filled with some form of hallucinogen and confusing memories when you drink it. But perhaps more importantly, it also functions a tad like quinine would do malaria. It stops it. It impedes its process. It can perhaps, if given enough time, cure it. I need all of it that I can get, and I'm not about to surrender any of it to anyone else. No matter how many times the bulls of this world roar at me, or groan and growl, I'm keeping my Turin, for it's the only way I can save the world. Unlike how I failed to save that gentleman, by letting some strangers think that he was me. Immediately, an innocent man is dead, for my sake. A man that, if I'd been smarter, if I'd been better, perhaps I could have saved. What does that say about me? The pub is interesting, at least.
Это надо же было так достать человека.
Ha! What a face. A loser's face. Look who's talking. The rabble is out of control. At least they looked human before. Did you hear about the stabbings? There's people with knives out in the streets now, brother. Yeah, first I didn't believe my own eyes. I mean, I'm quite the artist with a knife myself, but That's different. Everyone knows I obey no law. These people, there's no wholesome fear left in them. Knifing is taboo around here. That's why I love this town. But you know the tricks of the trade, don't you? I can tell by your hands. It's a family thing. I'm a surgeon. It's part of my job. You're a dangerous man. I'm a dangerous man too. We can reach an understanding if you behave yourself in my establishment. Those people with knives, are they still trying to avenge Burak? I don't even care. If they come in here, they'll regret it. He who lives by the knife dies by the knife. Such people are outlaws. Killing them incurs no punishment, only gratitude. Judge Kane said so. Judge Kane? Do you mean the old Georgi? That means it's serious.
Главное не успеть задуматься.
There's a gleam of goodness in your eyes, my friend. Drink with me. Alright. Everyone says Turin heightens the senses, but I think that's only true of hearing. Vision, no, you won't see anything new. It isn't absinthe. No smells either. This place reeks of herbs as it is. Hearing, though. Turin doesn't heighten hearing, it just dampens all the other senses. Just drink and you'll hear how the town sounds. You'll hear who's calling you and from where. You'll hear a murmur from afar. Perhaps even from across the Gorkon, or perhaps across the Styx itself. Drink to my health, old friend. This is excellent Turin. No such thing as bad Turin. I can afford this kind of joy. You don't exactly look rich. My name is Peter. I am the rock upon which is built the stairway to tomorrow. To the day when man lifts himself from the earth and overcomes its burden. I am that rock. And I have already built the first step of that stairway. For I am a true architect. And I'm Artemiy Burak. Let's drink to my father's memory. Good man. Drink, Burak, drink your Turin. Listen to the world, listen to the roar of the terrible earth. Listen to the ringing of the sky. Listen to the town opening for you. You'll find out where people wait for you. Or whispering about you right now. It's been proven to work. I'll check. Drink a Turin shows hidden places and conversations all upon the map. Don't worry. I'll get there soon. Bountiful harvest? Huh? Ah, I thought you were a herbalist. Here to sell herbs. Do you buy twire? We're not interested in just twire. Ashen, swish, svevery, and white whip are all, of course, more rare, so more expensive. You value time, huh? You've only got 2 weeks until September ends. We're now in the golden time of harvest. We need to stock up for this whole year ahead. How much do you pay? It's different every day. Depends on what we're currently brewing. Some herbs may cost twice sometimes. I'll keep that in mind.
Я свою...
Brand twire costs twice as much today. Turin, smoked meat, peanuts, chestnuts. It's always a good idea just to buy the trading items with the kids. That'll do. He's got some cash on him, but I don't have what he wants.
Представление окончено. Самозванка моя меня к смерти приговорила. Эх, знаешь, как потом... Оттуда.
And so the night watch begins. Ah, the town is calling to me. I wonder what I will find there. Oh, good lord, a drink of twire is a tad intoxicating. Hey you there, buddy, wanna trade? Damn it, nothing. Hey you there, girl, you wanna trade? Nah, I don't have anything. Always trade what you can, every time you can. Always drink what you can, every time you can. ignore the little beetles, bugs, and rats and fleas. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we're not going to run into any major problems, right? Right? Someone has something to say. Perhaps someone has something to trade. Kid. Ah, thank you, kid. That'll do. Immune boosters. They are important. Right, we'll go this way and up way. Does that seem like a good idea? Seems like a good idea to me. But we'll just be careful not to run into any trouble in the night. Getting stabbed is not really my idea of fun. Most stab wounds tend to not actually be particularly damaging. Most of the time. But the problem is that they can be. There's very little easy way to tell whether what you're about to suffer is going to be a scratch or fatal. Not really worth it. I've already got too much. An egg. Revolver ammo. No. Probably not really worth it. I think that's probably worth it though. Six, 4. That'll do. Darn, I've run out of tradable items for the morphine. Okay. Let's see how we go. Move along, or I'll scream. Why are you all so angry? Have I wronged you in some way? You're a cold-blooded murderer. You killed our protector. You're a walking clue, fella. Bloody clothes, far and face, and you stink like a railroad. Rumor has it that's where the murderer hid. Were you trying to escape? Skip town? Oh, protector, what are you talking about? You know who. Move along, I said. I have nothing to talk to you about, and stop glaring. I'm not afraid of you. I'll scream. Well, don't you then? Go on ahead. However, I think she actually is. Her bark's probably worse than her bite. Ooh. Do I really want to trade away an immunity booster for a needle? Or a thimble? No. I think that's probably a bad idea. Bad trade. Has to be other things that she wants. Something's not right. I have a bad feeling about this night. Something around here. Why has the town called me here? The back door of a theater? No. I'm missing something. it is, the tower above which this town is dominated. There must be something around here. Why else would the Twire call me here? What does it want? Ah! Thank you. Oh my god! Holy fuck. Friends? I hit the fucking jackpot. Christ. My life might become a little bit nicer. A little bit. Not a lot, but by just enough. That little box there, those powders, those are perhaps going to be enough to save my sorry ass. Don't need a revolver bullet from him. There's other things I need to trade for more dearly. I need to just get more bandages. I think that might help things. So, I'm hanging around near the theatre because at the end of each day, a play is rehearsed. We see something of what we have done, something of what's about to happen. If we know how to interpret things, such things are like dreams, like prophecies. It's the way that the folks running this play tell us about what's really about to go on next. Soap. Right, that will do. I can trade soap to the as a junk item to the woman, and she can give me needles. At least I'm hoping she will. 3. Ah, good. A 1-to-1 trade. Thank God I don't have to trade away actually important things. No. Too many important things. Really what I need is a drunk, so I can give him some bottles of water. Nothing I have at the moment is really what the... Oh. Well, that was an unexpected finding. Cowbells are potentially useful. There are things that I can trade with the step girls. Cool. That'll do for now. Nope. Finding valuable trades is tough. No, it's not really enough there. No. Okay. Need to loot more bins, I think. Hmm? Oh, here we go. The day is over. Some opportunities have been irreversibly missed, but sleep is not the only option. Certain events will unfold at night. A new pantomime is being rehearsed at the theater. Death toll over the past 24 hours?
Всего
7
было
people.
12 дней. Это не очень мало, но и не слишком много. Вот и еще один день миновал. Город меняется. Что-то происходит в театре. Что-то происходит в тебе.
So, to the theater we go. Let's observe this first of our plays.
Встречайте!
Let me just make sure I definitely have the subtitles on. There we go.
Наш актер Артемий Буров.
Our actor,
Осмотрим
Artemiy
его,
Burek.
господа. Воля присутствует, чувства. Есть и чувства. Интеллект. Тут мы чудеса не ждали, поскольку все, что является в наш театр в последнее время, не человеки, а личинки человеков. Впрочем, простите. Зря я так резко. В конце концов, вы играете главную роль.
И что же играть?
Главный совет. И единственный даже. Постарайтесь не умирать. Никогда. Вы меня поняли? Вообще никогда. Совсем. Иначе нам всем будет худо. Не вам одному. Нам всем.
Это еще почему?
Да мир от этого портиться будет. Необратимо. А он у нас и так неблагополучный. Так что извольте уж не халтурить, пожалуйста. Старайтесь на совести и берегите себя.
А где остальные двое? Девочка и бакалавр.
А девочка и бакалавр ждут, пока ты выйдешь отсюда. Дожидаются, чтобы узнать о своей судьбе.
А у меня-то что за судьба?
Да жаль мне тебя. Но все закончится хорошо. Тебе даже покажется, что ты победил. Совесть мучить не будет. Так что расслабься, человек с судьбой. Следующий.
А это как?
Следующий.
And thus we begin. Do you want to look at yourself? That is what we look like. Shall we? I will find my way to some safety, and then we will end our first day. But perhaps I'll show you one little secret first. Sorry again for being an idiot and not realizing I'd left the subtitles off for so long. I am a fool. Bloody bandages, perhaps not useful. Ah, my fellow traveler, I suspect this is not the last time we chat. I recognize you. So you're a merchant? I dabble in buying and selling, but I have no use for coins, though I often find I have two to rub together. I collect things that are old, broken, discarded, dead items, memories, husks, and husks of memories. Traces, as I call them. What use do you have for all that junk? I just like it when things are tidy. If I don't, people leave things behind, evidence of their passage. a mess. What do? Better to take those things into my bag. An unemployed occupation. It's good work. When a rag and bone man does the rounds, no door stays shut. Who keeps useless junk? Everyone is happy to see me. Everyone trusts me. Makes for a peaceful harvest. Aren't you afraid of being out at night? I only work nights. It's a ripe time. Does it frighten me? No, nor should it frighten you. The town changes each night, turns into a different place to explore. What was open during the day closes, and what was closed opens. I have no fear, only insomnia. What can he give me? So, for a lockpick, a bull bell, fishing hooks, needles, sharp things. Ah, shit, he's got schmouders too. Fuck. I want them. I want them so much. That powder can cure the plague. But I'm gonna save up for it. Perhaps put some of my seemingly random junk aside. Did he have any use for broken ampules? Will he give me stuff for broken ampules? He will. $14. Yeah. So I can get some revolver ammunition, a junk item ring, some fresh meat, canned food, and a powder. Shit. If I trade everything I have, I'm still short. By just a little bit. But I also dropped a package on the ground. Let's see if I can... Just for a moment, let's just see if I can. Yes. Dead items. Fuck. Will I be able to? Will I have enough? I can get fingernails relatively easily. 1... Oh my god, yes. I have powders. I've got 2 powders already, oh my god. For those of you who don't know, powders can cure the plague. They are not supposed to be easy to come by. And I've already got 2. Holy shit. Okay.
Кончаешься, паря. Тихо, тихо.
Let's see what we have. You know something? We can always use a vial of blood. Shall I try and autopsy a little bit more? Might as well give it a bash. Kidney. Liver. Organ damaged. Scalpel damage. Oh, jeez. Perhaps that was a bad decision. Maybe it was a bit unwise to do that so quickly. I mean, it was a bit unwise to do that so quickly. But we have an organ. And a dead scalpel. Well, we've got enough to be going with. I think we should get some sleep. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again in day 2.